I'm John Beaudin, and this is the Aircom Radio Network. We have a very special guest with us today, Vancouver singer-songwriter Jody Quine. Brand new album.
Yeah. That's me.
This is good stuff.
Thank you.
Don Henley said years ago that it takes, well, he told the crowd, he says, you don't have any idea what it takes to get one of these things started to finish it. You know, we get, oh yeah, I know you write the songs, I know you got to produce it, and you do the album cover. But really, how long does this baby take you?
Well, some of those songs are 7 or 8 years old easily, because it's not like I was able to be making my own music and putting it out there for a while. I was co-writing and featuring on other electronica projects. Mm-hmm. So some of it's older, but the actual process of raising the money, recording and releasing, I worked my face off, and it's a year.
Really?
Yeah, pretty
That's
quick,
pretty
actually.
good.
Pretty quick, yeah. But I was, you know what, I was really determined, and my youngest is going off to kindergarten next year, and I knew I didn't have a lot of time.
You don't have kids.
Right. 3, I've got a gorgeous stepson who's 13, and my daughters are 4 and 6, and they are my full-time job, and music is my passion. And so is my husband. I mean, my husband and music.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Him.
Mister.
You and I, when I was in Vancouver, we were talking about, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's such a Vancouver thing, but spirituality and being grounded is something that's really important to you. Tell me about that.
Yeah.
When did it start for you, being conscious of that?
Well, you know, my parents split up when I was 11, and my mom went on a finding herself not so pretty trip in life, and then when I was 15, she found New Age philosophy and wisdoms, and so there would be books lying around the house with affirmations or different. I just watched her blossom and bloom into this amazing woman from a really dark place of divorce and heartache, into this independent single mom who's just. And I think just watching her do that while I was becoming a woman at the same time, or a young woman anyway, really is what planted the seeds of finding myself. I actually had a friend die in grade 10, and I went to church, and all they did was judge me because my family was not a part of the church. And I thought, this isn't godlike. And so it kind of made me curious as to what spirituality was, and then watching my mom find herself in herself was really what led me down the path to my sense of spirituality, for sure.
How does that show up in your life now?
Oh, it's...
If I was a fly in the wall, I'm just curious, how does that show up in Jody Quine's life?
I judge everybody.
Hey, just as an aside, did you ever fall into the trap? And I fell into this trap really big time when I got into spirituality.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I had, in a lot of spiritual people, they'll feel that they have the secret.
Right.
Not long before The Secret, the book,
right.
They'll say, oh, I've got this secret code.
Yeah.
And then, so I can see through everyone. And it's almost like a rite of passage for a lot of spiritual people to actually feel that for a little while. Do you ever fall in that trap?
Yeah, yes. But I do find myself catching myself saying, it's really just as simple. If you smile at him, he will smile back. If you scream at him, he'll scream at you. But then you come across, I just, also, words don't teach, actions do. So people really have to stumble into discovering for themselves what it is that brings that code to light for them. But I do my best to, you know, I post on my website and my Facebook page every day a series of affirmations, shine your light every day, and I give a little tidbit on my perspective on stuff.
Positive on Facebook. You're very positive.
Yeah, I really believe, I think a lot of it comes down to quantum physics and what vibration you put out there, just, I mean, naturally through the laws of science, will come back to you. And so I actually think science and, you know, God are the same thing. Paul
McCartney had it best in the end when he said that. Basically, he was saying, what you send out, you get back.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, of course. Tell me about, you have a new series online. What is that? Like, what do you've got?
I do an online show once a month, the first Thursday of every month. I will get on the internet and get a little drunk, make a little music, and people can pay 10 cents to watch. And I'll usually have always. Only twice have I done the show solo. The first show, I think I was pretty boring. And then the next show, I was like, I'm having a great time. There's a chat room too.
But what am I seeing? What are you doing?
Making music.
Oh, it's music.
I'm rehearsing.
I was thinking something else. I don't know. Yeah. So you do. So you're performing, but are you like telling stories about the songs?
Yeah.
So it's just hanging out with you.
Yeah, you come. I'd have a friend come over. John, you can come and hang out. And once I had a friend of mine who's not a musician on, so she just was fabulous. She made me wear like a hat and a scarf, and she'd change my accessories throughout the show. But we just hang out, and there's a chat room so people can type in, questions or whatever, and I interact, and then I play, anywhere. We play between 4 and 6 songs over 50 minutes, and it's a great time.
Do you record them?
It's not. It's just a streaming only on stageit.com. Wow. I do a pre-show video and a post-show video so people get an introduction of what we're going to do, and then after the show I talk about it briefly. And then, the people who tune in, sometimes they can tip during the show. So the top tippers, I'll either send an autographed photo or an autographed CD or a T-shirt, or... I have some really wonderful fans, and it really is a great community of people.
You do have a good fan base. They love you.
I'm so lucky, yeah. Just great people, and they like my music, so we've got something in common.
There's that interesting thing that happens in music with musicians who I think I just spit on you. We have a running joke about spitting on each other.
I didn't feel it that time.
See, but
no.
I just wanted to get it out there.
Gleeked. I would say it was more of a gleek.
Really?
In our conversation, but I returned the favor before our chat was done.
That's
I spit on you in return.
As spitters go, you're good at. You got the spitting down. No. It's elegant the way you spit.
Yeah, it was natural.
I've always seen it in your eyes. You're going to be amazing when you make your mark on the world. I will be here waiting for you to come back home.
When I was with Bella Domingo, we had a worldwide record deal. So back then, the internet and chat rooms were happening, but Facebook wasn't out yet. MySpace, I think, has just gotten started. Friendster, I think, was active. So, but there really wasn't a built-in network, and I think that because I had children and I couldn't leave the house very much, getting online and meeting people and having a life with friends of mine online, and then stumbling across people who knew who I was because they were a fan of Bella Domingo or my work with Sleep Thief, and just discovering really wonderful people who are so supportive and kind and awesome.
And they can talk to you. That's the thing I think now that musicians are starting to realize, or fans are starting to go, I can go on Twitter and talk to her, or I can go on Facebook and friend her, or I can... it's like I'm hanging out with her, but I'm getting a piece of who you are.
Right. Well, I'm getting to know a lot of these people, too. A lot of my really active fans that I've been interacting with now for 6 or 7 years at least, I send them messages, or they tell me what's happening in their lives, or I just say, how is your child, or what happened on this trip? And, it's a community. It's a community, and I'm really honored to have such great people believe in me.
Hey,
yeah.
I was just reading the paper. Oh, no. I don't know.
It's huge.
Look at this. Look at this. Look, I know. Oh, where am I going? I'm going over here. Look at now. That's full page.
That's pretty good, right?
Who needs to look at me? Look at this.
No, it's a little.
This is in the Calgary Herald today.
Today.
Tell me about how does someone get a full. People love
right? You. I don't know how I got a full page.
She's loved. Take a picture. No, but this is you should be really proud. Tell me about this.
Well, Mike Bell wrote it. He's a great Calgary Herald, great writer, music writer, and he wrote about me like 10 years ago when he worked for The Sun. And so I messaged him because we're friends on Facebook, and I said, I'm coming to Calgary to play a show. Do you want to write about me? And he said, yeah. And so we went for a drink at the Ship and Anchor, which I felt very cool doing. Being interviewed for the Calgary Herald at the Ship and Anchor just made that teenage girl me from Calgary think, yeah, I'm so cool today.
Yeah.
Today I'm so cool.
But good for you. Let's just hit on that. Good for you for actually asking that. Because I think musicians sometimes are their worst enemies or worst publicists.
Yes.
Because they won't ask that. That's the business you're in. That's what a musician should do. It should be on the list of things a musician should do.
I definitely struggled with that for a long time. And I think because I've decided I'm not going to sit on the sidelines of my life anymore and wait for the right label or wait for a manager or someone to sort it out for me. And what I've realized, and if you're a musician, you should definitely take this into note, is that, you know, I used to email people who could help me out, and I would say, so hi, how are you? This is happening in my life. What's going on? And then maybe ambiguously talk about what I'm working on, and then sign off. And as I'm become more professional in handling the business side, I realize that, and I work with a lot of very busy people, I interact with a lot of busy people, they're very happy to hear about how I'm doing, but they're not going to come up with that idea of their own, and they really want to have a professional interaction if you're going to have a professional interaction. And I have so many wonderful, talented friends and great people I've met like you who do these cool things.
I'm really talented.
Yeah, you are.
Really.
Well,
there's a lot of talent.
Yeah, you are.
On this side of the screen.
Is that, you mean this side?
That's right.
No.
I don't know why you think our love went bad, but I felt you leaving way before you said. And even though I felt you go, and I tried with all my might, you gave up on us no matter what. You wouldn't let me, you wouldn't let me fight for us.
The song Tonight, one of my favorite tracks off the album, a lot of energy. Tell me about that song. There's something naughty going on in there.
It's about being the bad guy. It's about being the other woman and stealing someone's partner. And I really felt like it was, I don't know, I had some old demons from high school. I kissed a few boyfriends, and I guess it just kind of came out in a dream one night, and the next day I wrote the lyrics to the song. So.
Just a plethora of lyrical frenzy. This came out?
Some of them are like that, but this one was more like the shell came out in a really solid way, and then I went in and crafted more. And then, of course, as the music changes, then, you know, some of the lyrics and the timing and the rhythm of what it is I'm singing changes as well. But it's my dad's favorite song too, and I feel bad because it's the only song I sing about in the first person from a bad light.
My daughter, the she-devil.
Right? Oh no.
I'm the reason that you left her. I'm the reason she cries. I'm the reason that you walked away, and I can't stand myself tonight. Thought I wanted, thought I needed, all I saw was you. I saw you. Thought I needed love in the story of my life.
Tell me about the song I Love You. Love that guitar intro in there. It's subtle, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, Reese Fulber is a really great producer. And I do want to take credit for the chimes. I really want it to sound like I was lying out by a river in a lovemaking situation with wind blowing and curtains and...
Gave me chimes and...
yeah, Reese is like, you want chimes? I was like, I want chimes. But the guitar part, he brought in a guitar player with much richer fingers than mine, Joel Shearer, and he's toured with Alanis Morissette and stuff, and he did a really great job.
Nice song. I really like it. What else can you tell me about it? I mean, to me, that's one of those gorgeous songs on the album because it sticks to the bone. It's very catchy.
Yeah. I love you. You know, I had a music supervisor ask me for my music. I love it. Just send me stuff. And then she emailed me back later. She said, do you have any happy love songs?
Really?
Yeah, because they were all unrequited because that's how I used to live my life. Throw myself into a relationship, you know, tear it apart, and then write a song. It's Boys versus the First Song Fodder, I figured.
You're happily married, right?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And so I stopped writing for a really long time because I was happily married, but she asked for some happy ones. I said, you know, you're right. So there's 2 love songs on here from my husband, and I Love You is one of them.
I love you, oh yes I do. I love you, oh yes I do. In the morning
Okay, you know, now and then you can grab an album. By the way, this isn't. Look at this album cover.
I obviously did not wear my toque to that. I was wearing my toque here today, so I've got toque hair, but there I just chopped it right out of the shot.
She's a sweetie. So, and you know, I would buy the album just by looking in the back. Finch diving.
Yep.
What do you mean by that?
It's a new move I invented in bed. No, not at all. It's a guy.
This is my favorite interview ever.
She devil. There was a young man. I mean, he was, you know, a guy that I knew, and he was friends with my neighbor. Was this beautiful guy, and he had all these like beautiful guy friends. And every now and again, I'd swoop in and pluck
to beautiful guy world.
Yes.
Okay.
And go. I need to write a song. No, not quite. But I'd swoop in, and there was a guy Finch. I would swoop in and just kind of pluck him out of the group, and you know, I had a minor love affair with him develop over time, and it was a song fodder situation, yeah. And I wrote a song about him.
It's called Finch diving.
His name is Finch. And you know, I mean, the last verse and the bridge are actually I see my husband now when I'm singing it, but he was not the original muse. Yeah, I see you, John.
Then we'll go. Yeah, that's right. Then we'll go into that song.
To be strong.
When I saw this song Come Back Home, I thought, well, she's happily married. It sounds like she's asking some guy to come back.
Right.
So she's obviously thinking of she's digging deep from before. Tell me, it's a gorgeous song. Tell me about that one.
You know, that one is actually, different parts of the song are for different people, but it was inspired by my best friend living halfway around the world.
Oh, really?
She was in Australia for 4 years, and they're finally back in Calgary, so I was able to see them this trip, which was great. Mm-hmm. But I just really missed having my best friend around, and so that's what inspired that. And then the choruses are for her husband, who's also very dear to me, and our children are, and it's basically, you know, you're going to be amazing. I'll be here waiting when you come back home.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then the bridge is a self speech for anybody, you know, be brave, be bold, be different, your heart's in the lead. Mm-hmm. You know what's best, just listen to what it is you seek. You should listen to it. Did
you make her cry when she heard it? Did she cry?
Thrilled. Every time I say her name in an interview, she just like peaks. She's just fantastic. She loves it.
Beauty queen?
No, she just more just like she just knows how special she is to me. So
I've always seen it